Right, let's try with the Primus omnilite TI stove and the toaks 750mm pot. Just to show, some dude who was asking on Facebook, I turned the stove upside down from its original orientation, and the lid does fit on now. It's been absolutely ages since I've used this stove. In fact, I think I'll take this simmer cap off. I've not used this yet, but I'm trying a different fuel today, so I'll keep everything as I'm familiar with, and then I can better evaluate the new fuel I'm trying. Usually, I bought this stove just to use petrol with, but petrol I found, at least with this stove, it's just too dirty. It's absolutely filthy. All the additives and everything, it just clogs them up, and essentially it's way more hassle than it's worth. At least with this stove, like I say. I think I've seen people use dragonflies, MSR, possibly whisper lights, with better success with ordinary Forecourt petrol, gas, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, with this stove it's a waste of time. So I'm using something called Aspen 4T. It's primarily for garden tools, lawnmowers, stuff like that. It's very clean, so hopefully it should do a much better job, but we shall see. Just get that bent. Got it in here. This is just a small fuel stove, 350mm. Let's just connect this up. I've already primed the pump. I don't know, it's been that long since I've used this stove. I don't know the recommended pump amounts for this size bottle. There we go. That's better. Lay it down in the on position. Make sure it's turned off. Yep. Right. So yeah, as I was saying, I've given it 30 pumps on the primer. So we'll see. I'll just release a bit of gas. That's a little bit more than a bit, but it should be okay. Like I say, I'm hoping for big things for this fuel. Well, as long as it burns clean, that's all I'm asked about really. Let's give this pot a bit of a rinse out first. see how it goes on. I mean, already it looks to be a much cleaner burn than your bog standard Forecourt petrol. So that's an improvement straight away. So hopefully this should be a suitable alternative. Warming up quite quick. Just thought I'd give it a bit of a blast. As you can see, the bottle and pumps there in the... This is the stove where you've to lay it in the on position, and then when you're finished you just flip the stove over. That's quite dirty actually, a bit sooty. Let's see. Leave it a little bit longer. I forgot just how noisy this stove is. That's the reason why I thought I'd try this simmer cap. I mean, is it Bernie Dog and Silent Stove who make these as well? Obviously they just provide this section inside and they look a lot smaller, certainly cheaper, and I wouldn't be surprised if they look better, but we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. To be fair, if you can hear me, I think this pot is probably a bit too small for this stove, for the heat this stove kicks out. I mean, whatever pot I've ever used on pretty much any stove, the handles get hot, but I think in this instance it's probably just a bit too small a pot for this stove. But we'll see how we get on. That's took no time really to get some bubbles starting. too long really. Should be 2 to 3 minutes for a stove like this. I'm not convinced that's burning as cleanly, as smoothly as it should be. I did give the stove a complete tear down and clean before I did this test, but I don't know, I'm not convinced by that. I've never been happy with this stove. I mean, having said that, I have just used regular Forecourt petrol and it's been very dirty, so I've always put the problems I've had down to the fuel. This particular cleaner type of petrol definitely seems to be burning better, but it still seems almost hesitant somehow. I don't know. Just keep trying it and see how we go on anyway. That's all you can do, innit? Oh yeah. We've got a solid rolling boil now. Yeah, I mean, like I say, despite my reservations about both the fuel I was using previously and this stove, well, evidently it is a beast of a stove with how quick it boils water. Let's see what sort of amount of water that was. I think that's a good 500 mil. I can't see the bloody markings now. Let's have a look. Ah, there we go. That's the 500 mil. I think maybe going off the markings there and the leveling pot, that's 550 to 600 mil of water. So 2 or 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes. It's certainly performing as a pressurised stove should do. So that's the main thing. Right, there you go.